I'd also like to humbly invite on stage Shri Ajay Choudhary, Non-Executive Chairman and Independent Director, NPCI, to please come on stage, sir. And may I further please invite Shri Nandan Nilekani, Chairman, Infosys. As we witness these incredible launches, the very launches that are truly shaping the growth trajectory of the entire economy, let's also get to do that by hearing from our thought leaders, from our leaders who are present here. So first up, I'd like to please request Shri Ajay Choudhary to share his valuable words with the August gathering. Over to you, sir. And can we also keep that applause coming? Ladies and gentlemen.
A very warm welcome, good evening and namaskar to each one of you. On behalf of NPCI Group, it is my privilege to welcome the Honorable Governor of the Reserve Bank of India, Shri Sanjay Malhotra ji, to this event and thank him for his guidance and support. Sir, your presence today reinforces the collective vision of building a secure, inclusive, and globally relevant digital financial ecosystem in India and the world. We are also honored to have among us Shri Nandan Nilekani, co-founder and chairman of Infosys, and advisor to NPCI on innovation and public policy. We have with us, we are happy to say that 4 executive directors from RBI is with us, Mr. Ratho, Mr. Basu, Mr. Ajay Kumar, and Arnav, along with CGMs, other senior officers from RBI and government, MD and CEOs of banks, Fintech, startup, press and media professionals, and my colleagues from NPCI. Your presence adds immense value to this occasion. This year's Global Fintech, this fest is not just a platform to showcase innovations, but a collective call to reimagine the future of finance. We are at the cusp of a new era where artificial intelligence, tokenization, digital currency, digital public infrastructure, sustainable finance, and cross-border interoperability will define the next phase of global growth. NPCI Group is privileged to be working alongside regulators, policymakers, and industry partners in translating this vision into reality. India's digital journey with UPI and our digital stack has shown the world that when innovation is built on trust, scale, and public good, it can transform not just economy, but lives. This journey has been guided by the vision of our leadership, the Honorable Prime Minister, Honorable Finance Minister, and the Honorable Governor of RBI. Their commitment and support have enabled digital payments to become a true public utility, accessible to every citizen. I must also recognize and thank the ever-available, forward-looking, valuable counsel of Shri Nilekani ji. Coming to today's launch, it gives me immense pleasure to welcome all of you to be part of this glorious event, to witness the launch of 4 special initiatives that will take India's digital payment journey to the next level. This reflects our focus on creating seamless, inclusive, and future-ready payment experiences. The number 1 is the Banking Connect, that is the internet banking switch on Bharat Bill Payment System. Number 2 is UPI Reserve Pay, that is single block, multiple debit. Third is Internet of Things IoT devices and UPI Circle. And fourth is UPI Help, an AI-powered assistant developed by NPCI. I'll just touch upon the last one. This is an AI-powered assistant developed by NPCI using its in-house small language model. This will help consumers get clear guidance on grievance redressal, mandate management, and digital payments-related queries. This launch reflects India's growing leadership in using AI, artificial intelligence, and technology for inclusive growth. I once again thank the support of Honorable Governor Shri Malhotra ji, Mr. Nilekani, Department of Payment and Settlement, Department of Fintech from RBI, and NPCI Group in building the successful journey of digital payment platform. Thank you all once again for gracing this momentous occasion for NPCI Group. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much, sir. And on that befitting note, ladies and gentlemen, as we also gear up for the NPCI group launches, up next to deliver the special address, I'd like to humbly invite Shri Nandan Nilekani ji. So let's have a huge round of applause as we get to hear from Shri Nandan Nilekani.
Well, I don't want to keep you and the launches, but it's really a great honor and pleasure to be here at this event. GFF grows from strength to strength every year, and I think the energy, the enthusiasm, the ambition is palpable. I'm really happy to be here in presence of Governor Sanjay Malhotra. I first met him when we were doing Aadhaar enrollment in Rajasthan 15 years back. And he is one of the finest officers in the country, and I think as the leader of RBI, he will bring in many, many more structural and strategic reforms for the future. I think we have achieved a great deal in the last several years. We have learned how to build digital infrastructure at population scale. We have learned how to make it fundamentally inclusive in nature. And because we have a wide set of leaders across different industries, all willing to participate, I think we have been able to do that. But I think there's still many, many tasks yet to be done, and I think Governor referred to some of that, and Mr. Choudhary also talked about it. I think we have to make it even more inclusive, and language is going to be a big part of that. How does every Indian talk to the computer in his or her own language and enable financial services? And that's where I think the combination of agentic AI with Indian language will really take inclusion to the next level. So that's still an unfinished agenda, and I know that it's very much on NPCI's plate. We also have to do more on the business side. I think what we did with Aadhaar and other things solved identity at the individual level, but we really have to solve it equally well at the business level with entity IDs that are more standardized so that we can clean up payments, loans, everything on the business side. We also have to do more on cross-border payments. India is the largest recipient of remittances, $130 billion. It will only keep growing. And we have to make inward remittances, cross-border remittances far more efficient. And for that, again, CBD, wholesale CBDCs and other things are required to reduce the cost of doing that. And then, of course, another important thing which we talked about is asset tokenization and ensuring that people who have huge amounts of assets in land and gold can convert them into transactionable, verifiable, immutable tokens which they can buy, sell, lend, collateral, whatever. And I think that will play a huge role in inclusion and get people with what are today immobile assets into the financial system. So there are many things to be done, and of course the expansion of the AA system to get credit even easier. Our vision of AA was that we should have Rajni, the roadside vegetable vendor with a cart, being able to get a daily loan to buy vegetables using her UPI payment record to show that she has a good business. So I think we have to reach there. I think all these things are within reach. We are very lucky that we have institutions like NPCI. Again, NPCI itself is the creation of RBI because it was proposed in the RBI payment vision of 2005-2008 to set up something called NPCI. And that's how it was set up in 2008. And today it's become this remarkable organization that launches things, multiple innovations every year. So once again, I won't stop you from the launches, but it's really great to be here. And one of the most enjoyable roles I've had is being advisor to NPCI. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you very much, sir. In your words, we'll take that energy and that momentum forward. And on that note, I'd now like to please invite on stage the NBBL team as we gear up for the Banking Connect launch. I'd like to please invite Mr. Sai Ganesh, Head Internet and Mobile Banking NBBL, and Mr. Rizwan Boji, in charge Product Growth NBBL, to please come on stage. Now, before we get to hear from both of you, I believe it's now time to actually go ahead for the launch. So if I could please request Shri Sanjay Malhotra, the Governor, Reserve Bank of India. So if I could please request you with a click of the button so that we can go ahead for the official Banking Connect launch.
Today, we are stepping into a new era, where digital payments meet the banking of tomorrow, guided by RBI's payments vision. We imagine net banking beyond the browser, device agnostic, fast, and secure. From that vision emerged something entirely new. Banking Connect, built to change how India pays online. Our ecosystem of banks, aggregators, and fintechs came together, turning conversations into solutions. This synergy turned prototypes into a production-ready solution. When the first end-to-end transaction succeeded, we knew this wasn't the finish line. It was the launchpad. What began as ambition now stands as the future of net banking. Trusted, ready, and built to scale. Banking Connect is built for simplifying high-value transactions, facilitating frictionless payments for consumers, and faster settlement for merchants. This is not the achievement of one institution, but the strength of many, moving as one. And today at GFF, that journey begins. Banking Connect. Faster, smarter, interoperable.
You know, Sai, what they say about trust, it takes years to build, but seconds to lose.
Very true, especially when it is about money. One wrong click and your heart skips a beat.
But trust has many manifestations: assurance, confidence, reliance.
Why stop there? Our families, our friends who stand by us, trust that we are with them when they need us, just like a mom who is always there for her children.
Exactly. And Banking Connect has been built on the tenet of trust. It takes that trust and converts it into a promise that makes sure every payment, small or big, will go through in a simple, secure, and instant manner. Speaking of which, did you finally make that insurance premium payment, Sai?
Oh, I almost forgot. I think today is the last day. Why don't we do it just right now?
Live transaction, right here, right now?
Yeah, sure. Why not? Nikhil, can I get your help to do this transaction for me?
So, Sai, what you'll be taking them through is the interoperable intent payment flow of Banking Connect. Is that right?
Yes, you're right. It's the intent flow. On your screens, you see the ICICI Prudential site. Nikhil, let's select the HDFC Bank option. Let's pay through the app. So now that is clicked it, the bank app is trying to open.
And all this is happening real time.
Now on your screens, Nikhil, let's just swipe to pay. And it's complete.
What we all have witnessed here is the very first transaction of Banking Connect. Sai, is it just me, or does that payment confirmation page give you a sense of relief, satisfaction? It just helps build trust on a platform.
That's the beauty. The bank I trust is now with me in every single transaction I do.
Wonderful.
And just before that, let's thank Razorpay for the transaction who enabled it.
Absolutely. And while you're at that note, if I could request Nikhil, I took the liberty of doing a transaction off screen, of course, but I completed an ICICI Prudential payment using the EaseBus payment aggregator on the HDFC Net Banking app. And Nikhil, if I could request you to show the screen. So 2 transactions already done, right? Sai, on that note, since we're fulfilling promises, completing transactions, I see our team looking at us, and you made a promise that you're going to take them for a post-GFF vacation to Goa.
You're putting me in a spot. But you know what? Let's do something different. I already have something in my cart. Let's do a transaction in a QR flow where I can use multiple devices.
What could be better than another live transaction?
Yep. Nikhil, let's open the Ease My Trip app. Let's select the net banking option here. This time, let's select ICICI Bank under the QR flow. Let's enter the QR. Now that the QR is getting generated, Nikhil will be scanning this from his mobile phone. So he has his ICICI app open. He's scanning this QR code.
While he scans the QR code, Sai, with your permission, I'll try and do a transaction parallel to this. And that transaction will be on Yatra to complete my payment powered by aggregator Infibeam on the SBI YONO app.
Now on your screens, you have the ICICI Bank ready for the transaction to complete. Nikhil, let's swipe to complete. Let's authorize this.
And we wait for the tickets to come so the team can cheer us. Finally, a promise that Sai will fulfill. I hope this time around, Sai doesn't have a reason to say it didn't go through.
Maybe. Yes. And thanks to Pine Lab for enabling this payment.
This is not just any 4 transactions. What you have seen here today has been made possible by the people working behind the scenes tirelessly to make that successful transaction, for us to hear the applause we did. So without further ado, thanking the banking partners, the payment aggregators who have brought this to life. Thank you so much. Sai, coming back to our conversation, we've had 4 successful transactions, 2 promises fulfilled. What better way to build trust on a platform than this?
Should we do the other transaction we want to do with SBI Pay?
Nikhil, I forgot about it, but Nikhil, if you can showcase the transaction that I completed, which was on Yatra using the Infibeam payment aggregator on the SBI YONO app. And there you have it. So Sai, what do you say about trust on the platform now?
This is Banking Connect.
And the journey starts here right now at GFF.
Banking Connect. Faster, smarter, interoperable.
What can I say? Check 1, 2. All right, check 1, 2. See, this is nothing short of magic that even the mic became speechless. That's what's happened, ladies and gentlemen. All right, on that note, let's quickly now march ahead. We're now about to move on to our next segment of launch. As I can see, it's getting even more exciting. I'd now like to please invite on stage Kunal Kalavatia, Chief Product and Marketing, NPCI.
Good afternoon, sir. Thank you, Governor, sir. Thank you, Nandan, sir. Thank you, Chairman, sir. Thank you, GFF. Thank you, NPCI. In the last few months and days, 93 participants, almost plus 1,000 people have been working on what's coming along, sir. In India, every relationship is about a ritual. Whether it's about people, it's about communities, or about institutions. And sir, payments is about ritual. It's about trust, it's about respect, and it's about a promise. This promise, it's a very simple one. When we shake hands, it means there's a promise of partnership. This promise, when I pay and you deliver, is a promise. It's the very soul of how commerce has functioned in this country for centuries. Whether it's the streets or the bazaars of Varanasi or the marketplaces of today. So this is the promise that we deliver. Every time a UPI QR is scanned, a UPI intent is called. Every time the soundbox calls out the confirmation for UPI. So that's the promise. It's about money transfer, but what is really getting delivered is the promise. Today, as we take another step, so we're transforming this timeless promise into technology reality. So I would request, Governor, sir, for you to click the buzzer and start and seal this promise with your blessings.
Across mountains and coasts, villages and cities, every morning in India begins with one thing in common, a promise of what lies ahead in every home. One thing is common, a promise to family, to work, to life itself. UPI itself was born of such a promise 9 years ago, and today that promise only grows stronger. In India, a promise is not just spoken, it is lived. It is the care we give. It's the certainty we bring. Introducing UPI Reserve Pay. UPI, your promise in action, helping you navigate life's daily commitments with ease. With Reserve Pay, money is set aside, ready for your everyday needs. Dinner for the family or a late night bite. Always there, always ready. The promise of care fulfilled without delay.
UPI Reserve Pay, it's actually like, imagine this to be like a loyalty program. In today's world, the only loyalty which exists is engagement. If the customer comes to your platform and transacts today, and you deliver the promise, the customer pays and you deliver, and if you honor that promise, the customer stays on the platform, he comes back again if you deliver the promise. If you deliver the promise tomorrow, he comes back again. And that's what UPI Reserve does for you. Here the customer is committing his own funds, reserving it for a transaction. He's done his part of the promise. You have to do your part of the promise. So UPI Reserve Pay, loyalty in action, your promise in action. We move on to the live transactions. For the first one, it's the JioMart app powered by PayU and HDFC. We're seeing a transaction. Akshay is picking up half a kg of apples on it. He is creating UPI Reserve Pay while he's in flight in the transaction. He goes, creates, click on the activate button, proceeds, blocks funds there, 3,000 rupees, selects a date, end closure date there, and sets the UPI Reserve. He goes on to the Paytm app, where he's going to get an intent call there. And then he goes to confirm. This is going on to the Paytm. He goes pay, yes. The transaction setup complete, enters the PIN. He's using his Axis Bank credit card to make this reserve. It's done, successful, transaction done, complete. He gets to pay for the apples. He's also set at the same time the reserve pay for future transaction. This is the exact flow which can be replicated across merchants. Actually, just be careful. An apple a day keeps the doctor away, but too many apples a day brings the surgeon very close. With this, we move on to the next live demonstration of execution. You've created UPI Reserve Pay. Now the merchant is going to be Zomato, powered by aggregators, Paytm here, acquiring bank access. The customer is going to use the Bheem app and the ICICI Bank RuPay credit card. Goes on the Zomato apps, selects Smokehouse Delhi as the restaurant there, and orders his favorite pizza. He's already created Reserve Pay. This time, I think he selects. You can go for some toppings if you prefer. Goes to the payment page. He chooses UPI Reserve. And he hits OK. And the transaction gets completed. I think I'm trying to keep a pace with the speed of the transactions here. But the transaction is successful. We go to the Bheem app to see the successful transaction there. Unlocks the Bheem app. And the transaction history, that's where the successful transaction is. Thank you. We go to the next one. We open up the DMRC app. Everybody here is at BKC. Actually, you want to be in Delhi, but that's your choice. Go to the DMRC app, the Delhi Metro app. Select the station, Airport T3 to Botanical Gardens. He's already created a reserve. After this, you should tell Akshay, I think, while everybody's at GFF, you're still in Delhi. It looks like Botanical Gardens, you're on holiday. Claim that holiday, please. Go to Reserve Pay, click on Reserve Pay, and the transaction is successful, and the QR code gets published here. We go to the PhonePe app to see the transaction is successful. Actually, I'm faster than the transaction now. And here you can see the transaction getting updated. That's the transaction on PhonePe. The first one we started, we created a UPI Reserve Pay, we blocked funds, we saw 2 executions. Now, yes, I think customer has the choice. This is the power that we are giving it to the customer at any point of time when the customer has delivered the promise, but you as a merchant have not. Remember, he has the power with him. And now we'll see how the customer can exercise his power. He can revoke the Reserve Pay. He goes to the Navi app, opens the Navi app, goes to his profile section, goes to the reserve there. Right now, I think he's created a mandate or the reserve for Yano, and I think he's sold his EV car and he wants to call off that mandate. He's going to be going there, select the delete. Here, I think he had earlier chosen City Union Bank for the credit line for this. He's now cancelling it. He enters the PIN, confirms the cancellation, and that's done. That's the power in the hands of the customer. It's a promise. Remember, he's promising his funds to you. He's reserving the funds for you. You have to deliver the promise. We go to the next one. I think AI is catching up. AI commerce is catching up. Now, what we see next is going to be the promise of UPI Reserve Pay, how we're going to be leveraging the power of UPI and AI there. What we're going to be seeing in his experience on ChatGPT. Avdut, in the last section, I think you told me that you're going to be ordering some dairy milks for me. And this is going to be bigger than what you gave somebody else. Damn good. So he's using Big Basket, powered by Razorpay, Airtel Payments Bank and Axis Bank on the acquiring side. The payer app is Google Pay. He's selecting, yeah, I think it's a bigger package. 280 rupees. Go spend that money. Thank you very much, Avdut. And the PNB credit card here. And the transaction is successful. Oh, you had to confirm. You took some time, Avdut, to confirm. Thank you. That's our first few stages of the launch, which was meant for UPI Reserve Pay. Yeah. The next one. This is UPI IoT for devices. The video, please, Darshini.
Promises don't stop at home. They surround us every day. The school bell we trust to ring, the morning newspaper that reaches our doorstep. So why not let that same trust become the power behind our promises? Introducing UPI Circle for My Devices. Because our devices are no longer just tools, they're part of how we navigate life. Let's begin with family promises. Promise of togetherness. When families gather for movie night, promise no interruptions. With a single click, the film begins. Togetherness, uninterrupted and among friends. The promise is simple. Keep the laughter flowing. यारों के बीच बातें तेज और payments उससे भी तेज with smart glasses. Conversations never pause and neither do payments. Friendship remains effortless and on every journey, the promise is joy without breaks. A family on a long drive promises laughter and music at the toll booth. Even if you forgot to recharge, the car recharges. The journey continues, so you can focus on life's bigger promises. UPI, your promise in action.
I think the next 5 live transaction demos, I think the devices are big. The car, the television, and some of them would have been inconvenient for you to demo. So we've created videos for each one of them. We start with the Tata Harrier EV video, just to show how IoT device mandate gets created on a car, and then we go in to see how an execution happens of that. The first demo, please, which is for the Tata Harrier EV vehicle, their app DrivePay, acquiring bank, Yes Bank, their TSP, JustPay, and MindGate. We're seeing this beautiful dashboard of the Tata Harrier. We go to the home page, we go to the DrivePay app, we go to the top right-hand corner which says Activate UPI Circle. The customer clicks, enters the mobile number which is linked to an existing UPI app right now. On the UPI app, there's an OTP which gets pushed. This OTP gets entered here. This is the verification process for the OTP. OTP is verified successfully. The QR gets generated. The customer scans this QR from his primary device, which is right now the PhonePe app. Scans, confirms from the primary, sets the limits, enters the PIN. This pushes back the request to the secondary where he has to accept the request, and the UPI circle for IoT device has been set on the Tata Harrier EV. We go on to the next one. We've already set the mandate like you saw. We're going to the drive pay again. Now it's time to recharge the vehicle. We are looking for EV recharges close by. We need a faster recharge. There are 2 guns available. We select one. We enter the amount, 100 rupees. We click OK. The mandate is already set. It gets processed, and the payment is done. We've used the SBI BhimPay app here from the consumer side and the SDFC bank account here. That's the execution, creation and execution of IoT or devices on UPI. We go to the next execution, which is execution on television. Here we've taken the Jio set-top box, Jio as an app, City Union Bank as the acquiring bank. We are using the YesPay Next app, which is the consumer app, and the Union Bank account from where the customer pays. We want to watch the movie Vikram Veda. We go down, Pi, 99 rupees to be paid. Click on UPI circle. Proceed to pay, and the transaction is done. And then you can enjoy the movie. Yes, I think it's a bit of a lag in that sense, but given the networks here, the transaction is successful. Thank you very much. The last one, I think it's, again, a very simple addition, a new powerful tool that everybody is using nowadays. You'll see a lot of people in the audience using glasses, possibly not glasses like me, but far more advanced in technology with cameras and other things there already loaded. We have the glasses from Lenskart. We've changed how people view the world. The OEM tone tag, Yes Bank secondary app, Yes Bank as the acquiring bank, JustPay MindGet as the TSPs. The customer app is Amazon Pay, and Bank of Baroda as the issuer there. Can we have a live demo of
payment of 30 rupees?
30 rupees received on Bharat Pay.
These devices are sometimes faster than what you can even think, so it's very, very difficult to catch up with the speeds for them. But thank you very much for those live demos there. We move to the last one, which is deeply about artificial intelligence. The world has been talking about large language models, but what we build here ourselves is a small language model with a deep context of payments in it. And we'll see a demo. We're going to be using this model first for helping customers solve their problems when they're making payments through UPI. And then second, we're going to be making a check on customers, even to stop or start or revoke a mandate. So those are regular things that customers would like to do, and we're going to be using the SLM for that. The first one.
To support every promise comes a helping hand from the world's oldest verse that celebrated the power of speech to today's digital revolution. NPCI presents UPI Help, the first AI-powered proprietary language model payments assistant, giving every user a human-like experience in their UPI journey. Bharat built UPI. It changed how the world pays. Now we bring Bharat's payment intelligence powered by AI for 1.4 billion and beyond. From resolving issues instantly to managing autopay, IPO and SIP mandates. UPI Help ensures your promises never stall.
I think this is a very different feature. Here, I think the product managers are not in control. Here, the SLM model is very clearly in control, and I think it's artificial intelligence live. And therefore, while we have a chat already in place, look at the screen, which is on number 2 here, and the other result, which comes on number 4. we start. It's a simple process. Just be with me because sometimes conversations, some of these models can give you very answers which might help correct you. I think you will see an example of that also. We go to the SBI website. We click on the help there. We log in through using the mobile number and the OTP and the captcha. So it's a secured login for the consumer. The customer is right now complaining about goods and services not provided. The promise seems to be broken there. The chatbot is helping real-time customers pick up the transaction from the transaction history, showing the transaction. The customer gets to choose which transaction he wants to raise a query on using the SLA model layer. The customer gets to choose the transaction. It's asking which kind of concern that you want to raise. The customer chooses one which says goods and services not delivered. The SLM records it and raises a complaint on behalf of the customer. All of this in few clicks. And all this can be automated for possibly showing to this large group. We possibly slowed down the process here. This is purely conversational. It's as good as like I'm talking to you and I say, I have a problem. And I say, OK, give me the transaction. This is where it is. A complaint is already got raised. And you can go now to the section where the complaint section and you can track it. Go to the complaint section and this complaint is there. As soon as the complaint gets updated in real time, it reflects here. This was SBI Bank and their SBI Bank website. We're going to see another simple action that customers would want to take is pause an automate mandate. So that's the first one we're going to go. We're going to go to the Kotak website. The Kotak website, please. Yeah. We go to the Kotak website. We're asking the Kotak website to display all the active mandates. We chose a mandate which the customer has created for JAR, which is an active mandate. The customer wants to pause. The gold price is fluctuating, so possibly he's taking a call. He fixes a date of when he wants to stop. He confirms. It goes back to the merchant, the payer app, which is Paytm here. The customer enters the PIN and confirms then. So he's raised a request here. He wants to stop this mandate, which is created on JAR. That's his transaction, yes. Fetching the details. This is real time. He clicks on the UPI QR there, open the link. It goes to the Paytm app. He enters the PIN and then pauses the mandate. The mandate is paused. We again go back to the Kotak website. Yes, I think you can see that the mandate is no longer active there. It's got paused. Fair. We go back to the original screen back again. Now we're going to be revoking the mandate. The Kotak website logs in, mobile, OTP, captcha, all of that process. He sees all his mandates. Now he chooses which mandate to revoke. The customer here has chosen, he'd created a mandate for in money. He wants to pause that mandate. He chooses that mandate. He goes to the app where he created the mandate, which is in money from his issuer bank account, Kotak. He clicks on the link here, goes to the in money app, enters the PIN. He wants to revoke the mandate here. And that's the pause of the mandate. This is real-time conversations with chatbots, and I think the only time it takes is processing. You see this confirmation message, it's logged, and I think we go back. Now to HDFC. This is an HDFC app. Here the customer is wanting to raise a dispute about credit processed for cancelled or returned goods. So he's going to the HDFC app. He wants to find the transaction, gives the account details, transaction time, and other details. The SLM model helps him find the transaction. That's the transaction that the customer wants to raise a dispute of credit not processed for cancelled or returned goods. He confirms yes. And he raises the complaint. The complaint confirmation two, yes, credit not received. Confirms. And that's the confirmation. The complaint has got raised on a transaction. We can go to the complaints history and see this. As soon as this gets updated in real time, this will be updated for the consumer. And the last one, this is about Digi Sathi, and I think anything in payments, anything about all payment products in the country available, a customer can query as he would prefer in his own, without restrictions or without any binding to a transaction. So like, I think if I'm traveling to France, and I think if I were to ask them whether UPI is accepted in France, I think the SLM model can help me. I'm going to France, and I think even if like I'm a customer who does not know how to pronounce some of the things in French, like instead of calling out croissants, you might want to call out croissants or whatever you like. And let's see what the chatbot throws up then. Yeah, go ahead. S-A-U-N-T-S. I think I'm right on the spelling. Go ahead. And let's see what the SLM throws up. Yes, UPI is accepted in France. It's corrected my spelling, and it confirms that I have to look out for merchants with a UPI QR code to make the payments. UPI story is built on promises kept with every new step on payments to AI. We renew that promise to move ahead, and also now for the world. Thank you, sir.
In India, promises are sacred. And with UPI, promises are kept. Always, everywhere. UPI, your promise in action.
Well, I can see that the energy is palpable and the smiles are unmatchable with the back-to-back launches. That being said, what we'd like to also announce is that we'll also have a group photograph of our partners. But before we do that, I'd like to please invite Nupur Chaturvedi, MD and CEO NBBL, to please come on stage to propose a vote of thanks for this incredible segment.
Good evening, all. At NPCI Group, we are a set of builders, constantly reimagining how digital banking and payments can reach each and every Indian. However, everything that we do emanates with RBI's vision, one that gives us both discipline as well as direction. Honorable Governor, Shri Sanjay Malhotra ji, thank you for being with us today and unveiling these initiatives. Your mantras of inclusion, innovation, customer-first approach, trust, compliance, and think global will continue to inspire us in the times to come. A heartfelt thanks to the DPSS team under the leadership of Shri Gunveer Singh ji for your unwavering support and encouragement. Your presence today gives us the confidence to innovate boldly and thoughtfully. On the behalf of NPCI Group, I would also like to thank Nandan ji for his belief in everything that we do. You have been our constant support ever since the day of NPCI's inception. Shri Ajay Kumar Choudhary ji, Chairman NPCI, we thank you for your clarity and vision that keeps us grounded in governance. To all the MDs, CEOs, founders, and senior leaders, from banks and fintechs alike, we are grateful to you for your continued trust and collaboration. Every milestone that we celebrate is a celebration of you and built together with you. And finally, my special gratitude to each and every member of NPCI Group led by Dilip. You all have worked tirelessly to make today possible. Your passion and ownership is truly defining who we are. We are proud to have partnered with PCI and FCC under the aegis of METI, DFS, and MEA to grow GFF into a platform that India can truly be proud of. Thank you all, and here's to more collaboration, co-creation, and conversations ahead. Happy GFF. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Nupur. On that note, I'd now like to invite on stage our partners for each of the launches who have been part, the key dignitaries as well. So first up, for the launch of Banking Connect, let me please invite on stage our incredible partners, our key dignitaries. May I please invite, for the photo op, may I please invite Mr. Venkataraman Venkateshwaran, Executive Director, Federal Bank, to please come on stage. Mr. Prashant Kumar, Managing Director, Yes Bank. Mr. Bhavesh Zaveri, Executive Director, HDFC Bank. May I further please invite on stage Mr. Vipul Agarwal, Head Cards, ICICI Bank. Mr. Satish Rao, DMD, SBI. May I further invite Mr. Yogesh Jain, COO with AU Bank. Mr. Vishwas Patel from Infibeam. May I further please invite Mr. Arif Khan, CIO Razorpay. Mr. Amrish Rao, CEO Pine Labs. I'd like to also please invite Reju Datta, founder Cashfree. Mr. Amit Kumar, CTO EasyBuzz. I'd like to also please invite Mr. Anish Achutan, founder Open, Mr. Shivaram Krishnan Ishwaran, the CEO of Zoho, yes, and Mr. Mishra, who is the CPO of PayU Payments. So let's also have these key dignitaries here on the stage. We're setting the stage, but let's have the group photograph of our key partners who were very, very incredibly partnering with us for the launch of Banking Connect, the very first launch that we witnessed as part of the NPCI launches as well.